Hey guys, welcome to my Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Tutorial Series Season 1, Episode 1. So in today's video we're going to be talking about the 5 core stages that rule Dokkan Battle, and we're going to talk about boost management. A lot of people have asked me about this to make a tutorial series, tutorial videos and stuff like that. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy what you see and stuff like that. I definitely plan on doing some more tutorial videos and stuff like that, releasing some more. So sit back, relax, and let's get on to the video.
This is the continuation of the tutorial video. So right now we're going to talk about boost. Okay, so when you're just starting out, new players, I'm pretty sure you guys will have access to this boost feature, right? It's at 5 right now because I think during weekends they give out 5 boosts, but normally you will have 3. So we're going to talk about boost really quick. And like I said, I will cut out each segment and put timestamps for each segment of the video. So I think when it comes to boost and new players, so obviously you guys will start probably at area 1, right? I think you should only use boost in the story for link leveling. But we will discuss that later in the video. So I think for your boost, you just started out, you just summoned on any of these banners. You probably summoned on Piccolo's banner because I think that's the best banner to summon on, at least for global right now. You summon on Piccolo's banner and you get some good units, right? I think you should use your boost for Dokkan events. Now you can use boost however way you wish, but especially if you're a new player, you definitely should use it for Dokkan events, right? So let's just say, for example, you just put the new Piccolo, you do Z hard or super. I think you should be able to do super maybe just with a friend Piccolo, but I'm not 100% sure. So just do super, right? If you can complete super at least once, or just Z hard, right? If you want to, you're complete, beginner, stuff like that, then I recommend doing Z hard, right? And then after that, then you can use your boost. Well, I actually recommend to do Z hard if you can't, do super. But then as soon as you're able to do super and you complete it, then use the boost, right? So I think this is what you should use your boost for. If you're a complete beginner, stuff like that, just use boost for Dokkan events. Get all your characters Dokkan awakened. And that's pretty much. Oh, yeah, and then boost, I think it recovers every couple of hours, I think. It just depends on the celebration, but it does recover after a few hours. So that covers the boost function in Dokkan and how you should use it. Alright guys, now we're going to talk about quest mode. So, let's click on it, alright? Okay, so with quest mode, right? This is the best way to rank up as well. I'll probably, go ahead and, combine these two, but the best way to rank up in this game is quest mode. So sometimes this little time machine, right? It'll say ×4 experience, and that happens during special times in Dokkan. But it happens a lot more than once every few months. No, it happens a lot, right? So this is the best way to rank up, in my opinion. I'll show you other ways to rank up fairly quickly if you don't have this, right? So quest mode. Obviously, when you guys start, you guys will be at area 1. So a little tip: if you can beat Z hard, you do not have to worry about the other stages. Okay, so if you beat Z hard, you will get the stones. You pretty much just get everything if you complete Z hard first. I'm pretty sure you get all, I know for a fact you get all the stones for completing it, but I'm not sure if you get all the items as well. I'm not sure about that, but if you complete Z hard, the rest of them will say cleared. So pretty much when it comes to the story mode, just whenever you have free time, you want to grind them up. It's well, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but if you pull everybody from the superhero banner, it should be fairly simple to do, I think. So, the quest mode is pretty self-explanatory. You just do it when you have time. And eventually, especially on the 4 times experience, if you really, you really don't like the quest mode and stuff like that, then I recommend that you go ahead and just do it when there's the times, XP and stuff like that. Also, another quick tip. So let's just go to a stage, right? Okay, so you see where it says scenario off and on right here? If you have scenario on, it will play, you know, like the picture cutscenes, right? If you don't want that to be on, you can just click scenario off, and then boom, you won't have to worry about that. This only works in quest mode. I think it can work in the next mode that we're gonna cover, but it's kind of finicky and stuff like that. But it definitely works in quest mode. So that covers quest mode and Dokkan. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Alrighty, we're on the story section for Dokkan Battle. So let's get started. So story mode, right? Well, not story mode. Well, story, you know, story, like in this little thing, right? Okay, so story mode, pretty much. Okay, so in this section, we will have this won't always be the same, right? So right now, since we're in a celebration, the Dragon Ball Super story is happening right now, right? So that's why these are out and stuff like that. The Guinea Force right here, this is permanent. This is for, you know, free-to-play players and stuff like that to go ahead and grind these units. They're like a team that you can grind up, and they're actually they're pretty decent. Like, they're okay, especially if you don't have a team. They can be pretty solid and stuff like that. Same with the Bardoks, Team Bardock here. They actually they're okay. Especially if you can EZA them, but we will talk about EZA later in the video. Just want to show everything here. Hero Extermination Plan. Both of these are permanent. So you can, you know, there's just more stones that you can get. I know there's some awakening medals in here that you can use to awaken some units, and we'll talk about that shortly here in the video as well. I think this is permanent, or this is here for a limited time. I think this is here for a limited time, but it does come back pretty frequently. So like I said, most of these, oh yeah, I want to talk about this. Okay, so Super Strike events, right? So these characters for the most part suck. Even for day one players, these characters suck, but they do get EZAs and awakenings. So and I'm going to talk about the new section here in a second, but so, you know, these characters, they kind of suck, but most of them get EZAs. For example, Tien, he's I think on the JP side, he actually has his awakening and EZA. This guy has his awakening and the EZA. You'll know if they have a awakening and EZA if it says new stages added right there at the top. That's how you can know, right? So, but you can grind these characters up and stuff like that. So for example, yeah, he has his EZA, and he doesn't, right? So these Super Strikes, they circulate frequently on a daily basis. So some of them, like, they may not always be here, but yeah, so that pretty much covers the story mode here in Dokkan Battle. All right, let's talk about growth. So when it comes to growth, I think this is probably the most, not slept on, but definitely, like, you need to make sure you do this, okay? If you're a new player, like even veteran players use this like almost every day, right? So right now we have the skill orb event, right, for the superheroes category. Now in certain celebrations, there will always pretty much be like a skill orb event for the most part, pertaining to a particular set of characters or to a specific category. You definitely want to make sure you do this every day, because this is just going to help you out, right? Like these are free skill orbs that's going to make your unit stronger, right? I will discuss about skill orbs and stuff like that later in the video as well. So this right here, this is actually pretty good for ranking up as well, but this is also pretty good for another topic that I'm going to also cover after I'm done with, you know, these little like story things up here, right? Like these. Then I'll discuss about it. But you also want to do this every day as well. This is very good. This is not hard. You can do Z hard. You can do Z hard pretty much at day one. On a day one account, if you summon and you get, you know, good units, you could just do this like immediately, right? So this is another skill orb event. I think for new players, you should do this because it's just free skill orbs, right? This one isn't as good as this one, but for new players, it's definitely, you know, good to just get more orbs, right? Okay, so this event, right? So this is mostly used for the free-to-play units that I discussed in the previous point here. It's for these two teams. This is what this is for, right? So you can come in here, super easy. You get these tickets, and then you can exchange them for orbs. If we go right here, I will show you where to exchange it. What did I? No, it's right here, right? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. So proof of ordeal 1 and proof of ordeal 2. So this is for the Team Bardock, and this is for the Ginyu Force, right? You just get these tickets. You just come here. Like, it has all these little skill orbs, but these are exclusive to them, right? So you could just do that, and boom, right? So that's pretty much how that event works. This event has been here since the launch of the game, pretty much. This is like a little Goku. I think you do need him, like, to get like certain LRs and stuff, EZA'S in the future. So just make sure you grind this up. Oh yeah, the B-Pan event. I cannot forget about this. So this event is super important, right? So this is massive rank experience, right? Stuff like that. You just want to make sure you do this every day. If you can't, if you can't complete it, or if it doesn't allow you to go to, I think you have to complete like each one first, I think. So yeah, just make sure you do that whenever you can. This is, I'll discuss about these in a separate part here. So yeah, this is growth. Let's move on to challenge. All right, guys, we are on to challenge. So let's get started. All right, so when it comes to the challenge tab here, this is where, for the most part, you'll Dokkan awaken your characters and stuff like that. This is where, you pull characters from the summon here, and you Dokkan awaken them, pretty much, right? So let's go back to challenge here. So when it comes to challenge, this is just pretty much where you Dokkan awaken the character, right? If you feel like you're not strong enough to do super, then I recommend Z Hard. I also recommend that you do not use stones to continue. I think it's better off that you just, lose. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think, in my opinion, I think it's better that you just lose, think of a different strategy, and then come back to just beat it. Because these stones, because I remember back in the day when I was a beginner, I used some stones to continue. I don't think that's a smart idea. If I could have went back and told myself, oh, don't use stones, then I definitely would have. So that's just my opinion, though. So Z Hard gives you 6 medals. Super 2 gives you 7. Now you may ask, oh, why? Okay, why don't I just do Z Hard? Here's the deal. If you do Super 2 7 times in a row, also if you do Super 2, you don't have to do Z Hard. If you complete Super 2, it gives you both of the Dragon Stones for both, pretty much. If you do Super 2, you only have to do it 11 times. If at all you do Z Hard once, you're gonna have to do it 12 times in total. So you're just wasting time, I think, if you do Z Hard. But like I said, if you cannot complete it, then just do it as many times as you need, right? That's why I also recommend using boost, especially if you're a new player on Dokkan events, because your aim is just to get Orange Piccolo, get Gohan, get them to LR so they can carry you, right? You want to Dokkan awaken your characters as quickly as possible, right? So that's why I recommend using your boost on these events, just to hurry up and awaken your characters so they can be much stronger, right? So that's pretty much the Dokkan awakening section. If you want to see what characters Dokkan awaken, you could just click that little eye right there, and then for Piccolo, it shows Piccolo here. So this is his SSR. This is his UR right here, Transcended Ultra Rare, right? So the way it works, so this is SSR, right? Then it becomes Ultra Rare, and then this is Transcended Ultra Rare, and then LR, right? So that's how it works with Piccolo. When it comes to these challenge, like everything that says challenge, especially for new players, I just skip it. Just skip it right now. Wait until you Dokkan awaken all of your characters. Wait until you feel comfortable. Wait until you can comfortably, okay, so everything except for everything except for boss rush and this legendary Goku event, right? If you can complete this legendary Goku event and you can complete at least the first stage of this boss rush, if you can complete both of those two without much need or anything like that, like you're not really struggling, okay, so I recommend you touch the other challenge events once you can easily beat this guy. All right, that is my advice. Okay, you can ignore this until your account becomes much better, once you're able to get more items and stuff like that, because this is a nuking stage, so you're gonna need items to do as much damage as possible, right? So that's why I encourage that you ignore that. These prime battle events, these are free LRs that you grind up, right? So for example, the difference between Orange Piccolo and these units, Orange Piccolo is just gonna be better because he's summonable, but I summon for Piccolo, I pull him, I could just go to the Dokkan Awaken and LR him, right? These units, you have to grind them up, you have to do different stages. So you grind them with this stage, you turn him into Transcendent Ultra Rare with this stage, and then you can LR him with this. But it takes 777 medals, so it's a grind, right? You're gonna be grinding probably for about a week, maybe, to LR these guys, right? So just keep that in mind. We're gonna talk about this in the next section of the video. And like I said, just ignore all the challenge things. You can ignore this though, 100%. You can ignore this 100%. I'm not sure if it gives stones for completing it, like the 4 stages, but you can ignore this 100%. But all these other ones, except for this and boss rush, I recommend that you ignore, at least for right now, until you can comfortably beat it. Then you can move on to the other stuff. So that covers challenge, and let's go on to EZA'S. Hey guys, let's move on to EZA'S. So there are 2 types of EZA'S, or EZA battles, if you will. You have the EZA area right here. These are for the most part, these are for free-to-play characters, but they can also be for banner units and stuff like that. But for the most part, these will always be for this will always be for free units or banner units, right? So this is the Guinea Forest. You can EZA them through here with that. Now, when it comes with EZA area, you do have to use specific characters, right? So if you want to see what character you can use, this tells you. It says characters that need to be included on your team, right? For stage 1, you need them to. These are all farmable characters, so you can go to the story section, and this is where you can grind them at, right? And these are all the characters that can take on the event, right? So this is where that's pretty much where you can see what characters you need and stuff like that. As you guys see, these are all free to play characters, right? Pretty much. Now let's move on to the big guns, right? So this is summonable EZAs, right? These are characters that you summon for Dokkan exclusive characters. Dokkan Fest characters is what I meant to say. Dokkan Fest and stuff like that. It can also be some banner units in here as well, top tier banner units. Alright, so for example, this is Broly, this is Gogeta, Cooler. So pretty much these are where you want to go ahead and EZA characters, right? So I'll give you an example. So this is an LR. This is an LR EZA. That's why it's rainbow. You'll know if it's an LR EZA if it's rainbow right here. And this is a normal EZA if it's just like brownish, right? But okay, so it goes up to... Okay, so LR EZAs go up to stage 10, right? You can go up as high as you like, but LR EZAs for the most part, it goes up to stage 10, and then you beat it, and then it'll say 11 right here, but then you're done. You don't have to go further. But if you do want to go further, you will get Zenny, right? I'll discuss that right after I talk about EZA'S here, the best place to get Zinni and stuff. So this is pretty much about it. Like, you know, if you want to Dokkan Awaken any LRs you have, I mean not Dokkan Awaken, if you want to EZA any LRs you have, it'll all be here, right? I don't recommend that you do any of this until, you know, until you're ready. And you will, trust me, you'll know when you're ready to do this. That's all I'm gonna say about this. But when you're ready, you'll know, right? So this, I do want to talk about this as well. I think for newer players, I think if you can get the Piccolo team from the banner here, if you can form a pretty solid, decent Piccolo team, you should be able to do this Dokkan All-Stars, and this will give you some stones and stuff like that. I recommend that you finish this. Obviously, you probably most likely will not be able to finish this as a new player, but like, you know, get to 999, but you should be able to at least get to, let's see here, you should be able to at least get to stage maybe like 500-ish with the Piccolo team, I want to say. I think you should be able to get to that with the Piccolo team, and I'll give you a lot of stones as well. So that covers EZA's and stuff like that. I guess I do want to show this off really quick here, right? So let's just, for example, you know, you have an EZA character, right? For example, this character, EZA's from Extreme Z area. You guys can see it right here. It says Extreme Z area. And also, if you want to Dokkan Awaken characters, like EZA characters quicker, you can just hold this and then it'll take you to the event, right? It shows it right here. So EZA area, right? I can click this and it'll show me like what I have in store, right? This tells me the Zinni requirement that I need, and this tells me, like, as you see, this is a different Zinni requirement because I'm just using bronze metals, and this is bronze and silver. There should be a gold right here, and there should be a rainbow right here, and then you should be able to EZA them completely. You'll know when they're fully EZA'd if you have to train them, and they can go all the way up to 140. So this is another example right here. This is Extreme Z Battle, as you guys can see. This is Extreme Z Battle. It takes the cooler metals, and this is how I can EZA this guy. So that covers Extreme Z Battle. If you guys need any more explanation, I'll make a different video and stuff like that about this, but that covers this portion.
Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. Hope you made it this far in the video. Please like, subscribe if I helped you out in any way, and if you just enjoyed the video. I actually plan to upload daily Dragon Ball Z content, and I love Dokkan Battle, so I'll make that the focal point of my daily content. So if you'd like to see that, like I said, please like and subscribe. If you have any video requests, please send them to me in the comments below. Don't be too afraid to ask. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.